Kay ano,
Yun na, okay na.
BGM.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, video games can be educational depending on the game you're playing, whether it is strategic or puzzle. Nowadays, the way kids and teenagers develop their brain is by playing video games that enhance their IQ. Example is, a video game is chess, a strategic game that your goal is to think of a way to capture your opponent's king or mate him or her by making a move that you check the opponent's king and the king has nowhere to go. They say that chess is a long and boring game. It is, but there is a way or some way you can win fast and win the game easily. But for starters, you should play the game as long as possible, but because you can learn more about the game and other strategies. Video games can also be beneficial to kids and even teenagers. Why? Because video games are normal part of the modern childhood. If you know what to look for, video games can be a powerful tool to help children develop certain life skills. Not only it is beneficial, video games can teach problem-solving skills. Legend of Zelda is an example of this. You had to search, negotiate, plan, and try a different approaches to advance, and that's not all. Modding is the process by which player customize gamers' character's appearance and develop new game levels and allows for creative self-interest. Plus, video games help kids make friends. Most of the video games are cut. Cut yun. Most young kids see video games as a social activity, not a socializing one. Video games create a common ground for kids to make friends and allows kids to hang out and provide structure. Time with friends. Boys were most likely to play video games with their friends and group friends, either in the same room or online. Plus, young boys said games were a frequent focus for conversations. Video games let kids share the joy of competition. It's normal for kids, especially boys, to compete with their friends as they jockey for status and recognition. They like to compete with other people, and win was one of the most popular reasons to play with video games again, especially with boys. Video games are a safe place to express those competitive urges and can be children who aren't good at sports a chance to excel. Video games give kids a chance to lead when children play video games. In groups, they often take turns leading the following and depending on who has specific skills need that game. Teens who had played groups games online felt like they had gained leadership skills, such as persuading and motivating others, and meditating disputes online multiplayer. Games offer teens a rare chance to participate in and sometimes lead a diverse mixed-age team, and nobody cares how old you are if you can lead your team to victory, because teamwork makes dream work. These days, most popular games are the 5v5 type of games, where you either follow your teammate or lead them to victory. Because provide an opportunity to teach kids in the modern days play video games because they like to teach others how to play. Most of the interaction of their kids is where their bodies is about solving situation within the game. It's all about how you go from this place or collect the certain things that you need and combine them in a ways that you're going to help you succeed. Some children gain status as the go-to kid who knows how to beat the game, toughest part of the game, and teaching others build to social and communicational skills as well as patience. Video games improve critical thinking skills and reading comprehension. Video games enable kids to put them in the shoes of the characters and immerse themselves in a place and structure that they are learning about. These types of interactive experiences get the kids more excited about the material and support long term. Um, kids are kids or teenager must express the critical thinking, resilience, and creative problem solving to succeed in RAG. RAG stands for alternate reality games. It can be used for an immersive learning system that combines rich narrative digital technology and the real world gameplay. Video games make people and relative stress. Video games can have a positive therapeutic effects on the players of all ages, especially those with mental and or emotional problems. Games provide a chance to tune out the stresses of the everyday life and compress, giving your mind time to rest and critical for your emotional and mental well-being. Relaxation reduces the risk of your heart problems and stroke, boosts your memories, buffering against the depression, and helps decision making. It even has a physical health benefits by suppressing your urges to stress eating, and all these benefits come from all doing the something that you actually want to do. Video games are especially well suited for the individual learning. Every student is different. For most teachers and their schools having sufficient resources to provide every student with the individualized learning plan is a faraway dream, but video games can make a reality. Games allow students to learn at their own pace without constant parental oversight. Players excited can be tailored based on their performance and preferences. If they solve the problems correctly, the game can adjust to present more difficult challenges. If they struggle with the concept, the game presses the same concept in a different context and decreases the difficulty level until the student gets it. By balancing the gameplay and enjoying with approaches to the level of challenges. Games have the ability to keep players in their own unique, optimally challenging and engaging zone for learning. Games teach new technical skills acts. Video games are the most powerful way to get kids interested in technology from an early age and teach them basic technical skills that will reap rewards down to the road. For example, the widely popular game Angry Birds is now teaching children basic coding principles. Video games also hone in thinking, reasoning, memory, perceptions, and problem solving, all which come in handy for a wide range of technical careers. Video games helps gauge children's cognitive development and facilitate individualized learning. Traditionally, the best way to assess students' progress and abilities were through tests and quizzes. But this only reveals a small sliver of how the student is doing. Video games can awfully hide detailed statistics in real life. They collect data every step of the way, which offer context for a child's development and specific learning habits. This enables deeper understanding of how the studies are actually interesting with the material and allows teachers to give immediate feedback. Many teachers think of games in motivating struggling students. Low-performing students are often disengaged from what is happening in the classroom and require the most individualized learning plans. Games are effective vehicle for addressing these learning gaps. Games not only motivate low-performing students to attend class but also help them pay attention and make stronger efforts to succeed. Video games, the future of education. Video games have matured and so has other societies. Graphics have become prettier, stories have become richer and more evolved. We have slowly begun to realize that the true potential of virtual worlds for learning and inspiring ourselves with the growth of the video game market. We have also seen the appearance of gamification in many industries. Education is being on the formation. We have started to realize that just as many people enjoy books and movies and physical media, people enjoying gaming too. And they can use it for more than exploring fantasy. Cut nyo nga yun, putang inang yan. And they can use it for more than just exploring fantasy worlds and raiding castles. Why shouldn't such a large industry by used for bettering a world? Video games are the bread and butter of children's entertainment. It is a pastime of encourage teamwork, social skills, and depending on the genre or wealth of knowledge too. Video games teach how to learn from your failures by encouraging students to view failure as a chance to learn rather the sign of something lacking with the student. They succeed. It is the principle of failure is the only a setback, not a disaster that allows kids to thrive and actually enjoy learning and growing. Much like a video game character progress in their journey. There seems to be a pervading opinion that education isn't compatible with fun. But but and happiness should take a back seat when placed in the same spirit as learning. But why? Education should be as effective as possible teaching, guiding and nutrition young people, even that means changing the system. Shocking, right? Even on the sidelines, video games can still provide the greatest to educate. So video games can be education in many different ways, and it's depending on the game you're playing. So it's up to the person who wants to be educated by video games and learn something from it from time to time. So that's my advocacy speech. Babush.